What's up, you big beautiful nerds? This is Shareef coming to you thanks to PureMTGO.com, and this is a deck list that I did up for my friend Laura, and also because I was going to do an article on it at some point anyway, thanks to PureMTGO.com, which you can find a link in a card here somewhere, or down there in the description box down below. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, etc. What is this? It's all about the triggers. This is 2 colors, a green, a black, and a blue for an elemental horror legendary creature. Death Touch Lifelink, 3/5. And if a permanent entering the battlefield causes a triggered ability, it triggers a second time. So, you know, that's pretty cool. Okay. You might be thinking this is kind of reminiscent of PANHARMONICON. It's actually upgraded and better than PANHARMONICON, and only for an extra mana. Anyway, so PANHARMONICON reads Artifact. If an artifact or creature entering the battlefield would cause a triggered ability of a permanent you control to trigger, that ability triggers an additional time. Now, quickly about this deck. This is not a landfall version of this deck. There is a really super gross version of this deck that you can make with landfall triggers. You already know how to search that up. Go to Gather and look for landfall. You will not be disappointed. Alright, so first up, you want to probably hear about how we're going to go about getting Yarok into play. And that is because we want to speed it as fast as possible. So we've got Growth Spiral. 1 blue and 1 green for an instant, draw a card, and you can put a land from your hand onto the battlefield. Explore. You may play an additional land this turn, draw a card. Secure Tribe Elder. 1 green and 1 colorless for a Snake Shaman 1/1. Sack it and put a basic land from your deck onto the battlefield tapped. Kadama's Reach. This is a sorcery for 2 colorless and 1 green. Search your library for up to 2 basic land cards. Reveal those cards. Put 1 onto the battlefield tapped and the other into your hand. Pretty great mana fixer. Explosive Vegetation, which is 3 colors and 1 green. Search your library for up to 2 basic land cards and put them onto the battlefield tapped. Shuffle your library. Circuitous Root, don't worry about the gate stuff. 3 colors and 1 green. Search your library for up to 2 basic land cards. Put them on the battlefield tapped. Shuffle your library. Unexpected Results is something I wanted to include because I kind of like it. But this is not... This is more a fun deck, but it's still quite gross. I tried to pare it down with stuff like this that I like to play. So this is 2 colors, a green and a blue for a sorcery. Shuffle your library and then reveal the top card. If it's an on-land card, you may cast it without paying its mana cost. I mean, really, that's already pretty good. If it's a land card, you can put it onto the battlefield and then return Unexpected Results to its owner's hand. Speaking of triggers, we've got Coiling Oracle. So 1 green and 1 blue for a Snake Elf Druid 1/1. When it enters the battlefield, reveal the top card of your library. If it's a land card, put it on the battlefield. Otherwise, put that card into your hand. So it could be card draw, triggers a couple of times, depending on what you've got in play with your Yarok and or PANHARMONICON. Same with Sad Robot. You probably already know about this one, but 4 colors for a 2/2 golem. When Solemn Simulacrum enters the battlefield, you can search your library for a basic land card, put it onto the battlefield tapped, and then shuffle your library. When it dies, you may draw a card. So, we have our ramp package there, which is pretty cool, but now we need to figure out other stuff, like how are we going to get to the stuff that we want? So now we've got the ramp package. What's next? Worldly Tutor. 1 green for an instant, search your library for a creature card, reveal that to all players, shuffle your library, and then put the real card on top of it. What is this all leading to, I wonder? Diabolic Intent, not a terrible tutor. 1 black and 1 colorless, sorcery, sacrifice the creature as an additional cost, and then search your library for a card, put it into your hand, shuffle your library. Oh, yeah we are. Birthing Pod. We are running a slight pod theme to this, just ever so slight. You should already know what Birthing Pod is. Just in case, this is 1 Phyrexian green and 3. So as you can see, Phyrexian green can either be paid with a green or 2 life. 1 colorless and a Phyrexian green, tap and sacrifice a creature. Search your library for a creature card with converted mana cost equal to 1 plus the sacrifice creature's converted mana cost. put that card onto the battlefield, and then shuffle your library. Activate this ability anytime you can cast a sorcery. Prime Speaker Venifier is pretty much exactly the same as Birthing Pod. Put on a 2/4 body for 2 colors, a green and a blue. Again, I am a little bit sick at the moment, so sorry for extra pausing like that, gasping for air. Finale of Devastation, this is X and green for a sorcery. Search your library and or graveyard for a creature card with a converted mana cost of X or less and put it onto the battlefield. If you search your library this way, shuffle it. If X is 10 or more, creatures you control get +X/+X and gain haste until the end of turn. Alright, so that's all well and good. Alright, so the other thing we're running is a slight reanimation package. There's good reason for this. So we've got Journey to Eternity. This is 1 colorless, a green and a black. For a legendary enchantment aura, enchant creature you control with enchanted creature dies, return it to the battlefield under your control. Meaning you get an ATB trigger. And then return Journey to the battlefield transformed into Atzel Cave of Eternity. So, tap it, add 1 mana of any color to your pool, or 3 colors, a green and a black, return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Rip. Beacon of Unrest, put target artifact or creature card from your graveyard, onto the battlefield under your control, shuffle Beacon into its owner's library. We've got Victimize, so 2 colors and a black, choose 2 target creature cards in your graveyard, sacrifice a creature. If you do, return the chosen cards to the battlefield tapped. And of course, Shouldered Whispering one. This is expensive to play, but it's one of the best reanimation destroy effects out there. So we're going to play one of those as well. Okay, so next up we need to look at our ETBs. So, Venza Sheepa Savant is 2 colors and 2 blue for a flash legendary creature, human wizard 2/2. When it enters the battlefield, we can return target spell or permanent to its owner's hand. Remember, if Yarok's in play, then that's 2 triggers. Well, this one, and then the one from Yarok. And then if PANHARMONICON's in, that's 3. So returning a spell, say maybe, I don't know, a board wipe, and then bouncing 2 permanents, sounds really good. Same with Mana War. This is 2 colors and a blue. When it enters the battlefield, return target creature to its owner's hand. We have some card draws, so we got Phyrexian Rager, which is 2 colors and a black. When it enters the battlefield, you lose a life and you draw a card. Mole Drifter. When it enters the battlefield, we get to draw 2 cards. We've got Tiana, Voice of Thunder. Okay, so this is a very interesting one. So this is we don't have a maximum hand size, which is nice because we're not running any other effects that do that. When it enters the battlefield, we draw a card for each creature we control. Speaking of landfall triggers, Tatiova Benthic Druid. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under our control, we gain a life and we draw a card. We've got Peregrine Drake. When it enters the battlefield, we can untap up to 5 lands. Then we get on to our destroy effects. So we've got Acidic Sliver. So when the Slime. When Acidic Slime enters the battlefield, destroy target artifact, enchantment, or land. Rexage. When Rexage enters the battlefield, destroy target artifact or enchantment. Exiling stuff. We have Imprint on Phyrexian Ingester. Imprint on Duplicant. And technical imprint sort of on Hostage Taker, but we can hostage take stuff and then start casting our opponent's creatures. Destroy effects, we have Notchka's Gearhulk. This one's probably the better one because it allows us to stay in the game by gaining us some life. Dark Hatchling, enters the battlefield, destroy target non-black creature. Shriekmaw. Patron of the Vein, destroy target creature and opponent controls. Then we get into the real fun. God Eternal Ronus, doubling the power and toughness of each of our creatures until the end of turn. So those creatures also gain vigilance till the end of turn. You can actually make not a loop, but a couple of really weird plays with Good Eternal Ronus and sacrificing and reanimating and all sorts of shenanigans with Crater Hoof Behemoth, which I have done as well. Gonti, of course, is in here because it's Gonti. Obnixilis is more landfall triggers. And Growing Rites of Iglamok is in here because, well, I mean, it digs for a lot of creatures. Alright, check out the article down below for a better description on these ETB creatures. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Remember to make some comments and share and like and stuff, and love you big beautiful geeks.